Hello everybody, Team Tech here, back at it again with another Monarch deck profile update. And this time we are going to be using Gofu. However, before the deck profile starts, I just wanted to let you know that I don't actually have copies of Gofu yet. However, I am going to be getting them in the mail soon, in a matter of a few days. So I'll probably be doing another update again when I go to my locals again and I manage to top with the deck. So I'll be updating it again then. So I'm going to be showcasing you. So now we're going to just get straight to the list. Alright, so for starters, we have our one Light and Darkness Dragon tech. This card is absolutely amazing. It is Herald of Perfection for Monarchs. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's Herald of Perfection for Monarchs. I mean, you just resolve this thing on the field with your domain. Your opponent's going to be pinned in, because they can't remove this from the field because Light and Darkness Dragon negates, and they can't touch the extra deck because this guy is tribute summoned, and this guy gives him a power boost during the battle phase, thus making it broken. The one Light and Darkness Tekken, I suggest all Monarch players start doing this, just because Light and Darkness Dragon has proven itself yet again to be a really valuable Tekken to the deck. Next, you play your triple Erebus. This guy is just so powerful. He's like a Trishula that spins cards from your opponent's hand or field or graveyard. I mean, it's just so good to resolve. If you want, you can run the regular Foolish Burial in your build, so you can put Erebus from deck to grave. So when you see a hand of a whole bunch of Monarch spells and traps, you could just discard one of them, get him back to hand, and just get the board rolling. Yeah, just get the ball cracking with this guy. So yeah, he's just so worth your time. You absolutely have to max him out. Especially since he's a good Hour of Darkness target too. You never want to sacrifice the opportunity to have a good Hour of Darkness target. Now we play the one Aether. I mean, this is pretty standard. It's Aether. I mean, she combos excellently with Karaz, allowing you to summon Karaz in deck, have him pop self in one card on the field, have you draw two, draw into more of your sideboard stuff. She's always helpful with that. And she combines excellently with Stormforth, which was an old school combo that was done back in the spring 2016 Yu-Gi-Oh! Format. And towards the end of the summer Yu-Gi-Oh! Format. Back when this deck was in its prime. And so yeah. Figure it is being very... Yeah, it's basically standard, but still I like to explain my ratios. Because this isn't just the absolutely phenomenal deck. No, we have to explain our shit here. And then we play our one Mega Zaborg. I'm not a fan of Mega Testalos. I mean, I tried the card. It just never worked for me. Every time I use Testalos, the Mega Monarch, it just bricks for me. If it works for you, you put it in. But I'm not playing it because it bricks my hands. And that's why I dropped Testalos for a Light and Darkness Dragon instead, because Testalos is used for disruption, right? So Light and Darkness Dragon can be used as a good way of disruption at the same time. Thus, Light and Darkness Dragon is a staple in the deck for that reason. So now let's explain Mega Zaborg real quick. Let's even this out for you guys. Hold on. There we go. So yeah, Mega Zaborg just so good in the deck. The fact that he can blow up, it's retarded actually, but a lot of people don't know this. You can have him blow up the Prime Monarch, and since the Prime Monarch is a light monster, and it's level 5, you'll be able to pitch 5 cards out of your opponent's extra deck of your choice. Thus, this guy is basically like the Lithosagem, the True King, allowing you to look through your opponent's extra deck and pitch 3 cards out of their extra deck into the banishment zone. I mean, he's just broken. I mean, you can easily pitch out Mrs. Radiance, Link Spiders, basically all your opponent's main combo pieces. What I like to do with this guy against ABC is just get rid of all 3 of their Dragon Busters and like their Emeralds and one of their Link Spiders or their Deco Talker or something like that. And you can have him blow up himself, where you can basically destroy more than half of your opponent's extra deck in one go. and proved to be one of the best cards in Extra Deck with Zark Monarchs as well. I'll be profiling Zark Monarchs, an updated version of it anyway, eventually on YGL Pro because I don't use the Zark variant in real life. And then we play Double Majesties. A lot of people don't like to play this card, and I really don't know why. I play 2 always, and I'm just not changing my ratios. In this version, I'm not playing Vanity's Fiend because, True Draco... not Vanity's Fiend, I am side decking him, but I side deck him because True Draco is the main deck this format. True Draco has lots of monster effects that go off, so thus Majesty's Fiend can really put the pin down on them. And it could really hurt them very easily. Next, we have Triple Karaz, the Light Monarch. Karaz is just a staple, especially with Gofu in the deck. In my last versions, I dropped them down to 2, or maybe even 1, because I wasn't running Gofu. But when you're running Gofu, you gotta max this nigga out, because you can get the maximum use out of him since you have Gofu in the deck. So yeah, that's basically it for the high levels, aside from Gofu. Alright, so now for the tribute fodder, we have Triple Gofu. I'm so sorry that I don't have the Gofus in real life yet, but somebody requested me to do this deck profile again, so I figured that I'd just let you go, and I just confirm that the only proxies in this deck are Gofu. These are the only ones that I'm proxying the deck. And when I update the deck again, I'm going to have the real thing, the real deal for you. So that'll be something you guys can look up to. And we have Triple Ada, the Heavenly Squire, and Triple Eidos. This is just standard. It's been something that all Monarch decks have been running for years. Ada, Eidos, another tribute summon, bring out a tribute summoning monster, bring out a Monarch or a Majesty's Fiend. Eidos is a good target for Ally of Darkness as well. You can just normal summon him, tribute him for Majesties. You could do so much with this. And in my last versions, Eidos was even more important because he was able to banish himself to summon Ada, which can summon Mithra, the Thunder Vassal, from your deck. However, we're not maximizing that out in this version, but it's still a good play you can do if you want to still tech in 1 copy of Mithra into this version. So yeah. These are the tribute fodder of the deck. Now let's get into the spells. As I've already discussed, we are going to be doing some replays today. Not replays, test hands to show you guys that the deck works. This is probably my most consistent version of the deck, by far. So now we have the 1 Panthesium and the 1 Stormforth. These shouldn't really need much explanation at all. Panthesium is a broken card you can send to the graveyard with Foolish Burial Goods, which we're actually maximizing using that 3 in this build, but we're going to get to more of that later. Panthesium, you play Troop of Foolish Burial Goods in order to have more copies of Panthesium in your deck. And Stormforth is just that one... I shouldn't have to explain Stormforth. Come on. Come on. Monarch players know how Stormforth works. So yeah, Stormforth is the one thing in this deck that I really can't explain simply for you, aside from the fact that it's the better soul exchange, and that it basically allows you to get over monsters like Cosmo Dark Destroyer with ease, even though Erebus is there for that. You can get over Zark with ease. You can get over so many different fucking boss monsters with ease with this shit. And it's basically your 1 card out to anything. Except Masterpiece if they tribute a spell for him, which not all True Draco players do. Most True Draco players do Spell and Trap and Monster, which is smart. So that's when they leave themselves open to gain Stormforth, and that's when you fuck them over. And then we run double March of the Monarchs. March of the Monarchs is one of those cards I've discovered is really beneficial in this deck, because the True Draco trap cards can pop your Monarchs easily. And if you let that happen, you're basically screwed. But if you have this, listen, Linda, those cards ain't going anywhere. Listen, this card's broken. you have to play it at 2. I would never play a stain at 3, but you play it at 2. Just because, I mean, it protects your Monarchs from the True King's Return, the fucking True Draco Apocalypse, and more bullshit like that. And it basically secures you to win that matchup because if you have this on the field, Masterpiece can't overpower your shit. I mean, you basically got the game. It's GG, no re for you in your case. And it's one side, so it's not like that. It applies to both players. So now, let's get to the next continuous card, which is Return of the Monarchs. Return of the Monarchs is one of those things that I used to run at 3, like a heavy search high-level monster turbo build. I ran 3 of this, but I'm not running 3 anymore. I feel 2 is the better number now, considering the format we're going into. I mean, I used to play this card at 3, and it was starting to brick me a lot, and I started seeing that I had to drop it to 2, and it works wonders at 2. Triple Tenacity. I mean, Tenacity is just broken by being able to get you your Monarch spells and traps, and it's the reason why you do not have to play Terraforming to get this thing, Domain of the True Monarchs. I mean, this card is just broken. If you're playing against anything that relies on the extra deck, period, you'll automatically win. You'll automatically win that matchup, because your opponent will not be able to out this if you play the deck correctly. I mean, I swear, your opponent will not be able to do anything about this. They're playing ABC, great, they're done. I mean, they're not going to be able to ABC Dragon Bust you, they can't get them out in the first place. Shoot, as a matter of fact, they're not even going to be able to freaking Decode Talker your ass in the first place. So they're done. I played 1 Rhoda. I wanted to make space for 1-for-1 in this build, but I just couldn't find the room. Thus is the reason why I'm not playing the regular Foolish Burial either. And now here come the engines. We have the double trade-in, then we have triple Hour of Darkness, and we have triple Foolish Burial Goods. These are all engine cards. It's that allow you to tutor out your resources very quickly. And the last card that basically turns Foolish Burial Goods into an Upstart Goblin. If you guys have been watching 3 Stacks for the longest now, you know how this works. Metalfoes Fusion. You Foolish Burial Goods Metalfoes Fusion from deck to grave, and it spins back in your deck, and you draw a card. For free from that. I mean, it's just broken, fam. It's broken. It's just so OP. And if you guys haven't subscribed to Teen Tina Games, subscribe to him right now, because he posts the best content on YouTube right now. When it comes to good, high quality, high analysis, and high in-depth deck profiles, and where I got the idea to do in-depth deck profiles, I got it from him. So make sure you subscribe to him. And I mean, cards like Trading, you can get really easily since you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 level 8s in your deck. You have 6 level 8s. Thus, Trading, you don't play it at 3 because it could brick rarely. But Trading, you always have targets for it. I don't care. You have targets for it. Don't make up excuses. And I mean, Hour of Darkness is basically as explainable as Seer of the fucking Burning Abyss and freaking be Burning Abyss. I mean, so there's nothing to really be explained there. Engines. You just draw out your whole deck. You search, draw, search, and you'll be able to get your domain lock going in the snap of a finger. It just comes to you. It just comes to you, man. It doesn't matter what you do, it just comes to you. So now we're going to advance into the traps. Simply for the traps, I just run the double Prime Monarch and the 1 escalation. I do not like triple Prime Monarch. I'm going to say that right now. I tried it and it never works for me. It breaks me when I run 3. But 2 Prime, 1 escalation, I mean, this ratio works wonders. It gets the job done. I mean, so yeah, it just gets shit done. It really does. It gets everything you need done. I mean, you have your escalation, so you'll be able to tribute out on your opponent's turn. Like a drop of Majesties or Vanities on your opponent's turn if you can't do it this turn. And Prime Monarch having free tokens to pop with these Mega Zaborg, so you can clear your opponent's extra deck of 5 cards. That can be very impactful in the game, even if you don't have Domain on the field. Because if you are going against Yang Zing and you take away that Denelon from them, they're basically fucked. I mean, even if they pop your field spell, you're going against Yang Zing, you take away their Denelons from them, they're done. They're watch. Yang Zing players will scoop if you take away their Denelons and put them in the graveyard with this guy right here. Because they don't really have any logical way to recur their Denelons. I mean, they could play random shit like Daigusto Emerald in the deck, which the deck is not supposed to play, but you can run this guy and you could really fuck up a Yang Zing player like that. And against Dinos, get rid of their True King of all calamities, their Dolgas, Lagias, and synchros like Trishula, and again, Denelon is another card you want to get rid of right away with this card. You do not want Denelon coming on the field at all, because if they get Denelon on the field, they're going to get a free Solemn Judgment from deck to hand. And you want to know how bad you don't want that. And what's also good about the Prime Monarch is that the Yang Zing counter trap card can't negate this, because it's a trap effect at the beginning of the game, so you can't stop it. I mean, it's just broken. Yeah, it's just so broken. I mean, again, you're going against, like, say, the Tower Knights. You use this guy, tribute Prime Monarch, like, get all the Satoa Knight triggers from their extra deck into the graveyard, along with their Deltros and Abyss Dweller. You get rid of their all 3 triggers, Abyss Dweller, and that 1 copy of Deltros. Their resource cap, you're cutting off their kneecaps right there. They can't function without those cards. Me as a Satoa Knight player, I know what I'm saying. I know its weakness. I know how to lock down the deck, because I've been playing it for so long. And that's how I managed to top, because a lot of people don't understand the real weaknesses of the Tower Knights. Very few do, and that's how I managed to creep my way up to the top 4 with the deck that people haven't regarded as a decent deck since 2015. Late 2015 to add on that, so it's just broken. Then, let me think what else is going to be meta you're going to need to know how to stop. Oh yeah, the Pendulum Magicians. You may see a few Pendulum Magicians pop up at your locals. I mean, I know I'm rambling on a little bit at this point, but it's useful information, so you guys can take it and make use of it. You're going against Pendulum Magicians. Use this guy. Rip your opponent's extra deck of all their Mrs. Radiant, their Decode Talker, their Link Spiders, and things like that. You want to rip those cards up to make their Gofus dead draws. The Gofus will do nothing if they draw them, because the only thing they can do is just get a level 5 monster on board with 2 tokens that you literally can't do anything with. Unless if you have monsters to link summon, of course. But if you have no link monsters in your extra deck, all their Gofus become dead if they even draw them. And Pendulum Magicians, I'm sorry to say, will have an out to domain. I mean, they have their Violet Poison Magician, they can simply pop with Pendulum Graph of Space-Time. And things like that. They have all those outs that they can run in the deck. And that's why I feel Zaborg is still necessary, because they can out your domain. And when they do, you can rape their extra deck and just basically don't let them resolve anything. What else? Oh yeah, like I said before, ABC. You use Mega Zaborg against the ABC matchup. Rip out their 3 Dragon Busters. Rip out their 1 Decode Talker and 1 Link Spider. So they will guarantee not be able to go all out on their combos. And their boards will be minimal at best. And with the Stargrill matchup, I say you take away their Link Spiders as well, and their combos will get severely cut off if you take away their Link Spiders and Decode Talkers and things like that. You'll be able to really rip apart their deck. And what else is out there you can use this technique against? And basically anything that needs an extra deck, to be honest with you guys. I mean, it just works so well. So now I'm going to be back with my side deck, guys. So now I'm going to be showcasing you guys my side deck. First, we have double Monarch Erupt. I love this card. It's basically the best skill drain of the deck. It gets shit done. In the Herald matchup, this card comes clutch. I'm sorry, 3 stacks to be exposing Heralds right now, but yeah, unless if you have the Twin Twisters, this card's really going to fuck your shit over. Because I'm always going to have a Tribute Summon monster on board. I'm going to have Domain on the board, so you can't resolve your monster effects on board. And you can't summon from the extra deck. I mean, you're basically done. I have one copy of Raigeki. I'm not playing Maxi in this build or any other hand traps. Oops, for the reason I have to side Vanity's Fiend in this version. And triple Twin Twisters. Because Mask of Restrict and Zombie World can still be a pain in the ass to you. So you gotta clear those cards out. Double Kaiju Slumber and the 4 Kaijus. Oh, let me get them set up here. Right there. I mean, you just need that stuff. I'm not gonna go too in depth in the side deck aside from this. Vanity's Fiend, I side deck it because, you know, there are still basically any deck aside from True Draco Demise gets affected by Vanity's Fiend to a certain extent. I mean, against Trickstars, you go first, you put a Vanity's Fiend on the field against them, they're really going to have trouble being able to do their plays. And with this, the way this deck works, you'll be able to tutor out a Vanity's Fiend really easily since you're always drawing cards. Draw. That's why I'm maximizing on the draw cards more than cards like 1-for-1 and Foolish Burial. I mean, and the reason I run Rhoda is because Rhoda is just Rhoda. It just gets you that free search. So yeah, things to keep your eye out for when playing this deck. Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom on your Ada, unless if you have Escalation with a level 6 Monarch in hand, can really fuck your shit over. So you have to keep your eye out for that. And basically, spell and trap removal in general, things like that. True Draco Demise matchups, gotta be wary with that. Trickstars, things like that, you have to keep your eyes peeled. So yeah, we're gonna do 3 test hands today. I'll be right back with these test hands. Alright guys, so this time I'm not going to be explaining, I'm not going to go full in depth into the test hands since this video is already extremely long as it is. But I will do 3 test hands as I promised to do. I know I went from 5 to 3, but the videos just get so long and extensive that I don't have time to do 5. So we're going to do 3. Unless if I feel that it's too short and we can go on to 4 or 5. So let's see what we get. Ada, that's a good start. Eidos, it's meh. Traden, Alor, and Tenacity. So here's what we'll play this out a little bit just to see what we can do. Alor, Traden. Ah, this is a bad hand. Probably because we didn't shuffle the deck right. Alright, don't count this one. I'll be back. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this, and then we're going to do a power shuffle. Because, I mean, the deck is kind of large. It's guaranteed over 40 cards. Yeah, my battery's going kind of low, so I have to hurry this up. Let's see how we do now. We'll do 3 test hands as I promised. Ada, Gofu, Rhoda. Oh, nice. Oh, even better. So remember, guys, this is Gofu. But I don't think we're going to need Gofu for this opening hand. So we're going to start with the Rhoda so we can thin our deck down. See how a simple power shuffle fixes your hands? And then you can summon Ada, and assuming that your opponent doesn't have Ghost Ash, Ash Blossom, or whatever the fuck they call that whore, you'll be able to summon out your Eidos. And you'll be able to tribute these 2, bring out your Erebus, and you know, you can take it from there. So now we're gonna get into test hand number 2. I wanna rush this a little bit because my phone is going dead and I do not want it to go dead. Cut for good luck? Nope, you're not cutting for good luck, you're cutting to prevent cheating. So we have Erebus, Gofu, Trade-in, March. So we have double trade-in right here, and I'm going to show you why. We're going to use trade-in, discard Erebus, draw 2 cards. Oh, we had double Erebus out of the way, but yeah, we could have used Erebus, discard March, and put him back to our hand, but we don't need to do that. Cool. Trade-in. See what we got here. We'll have Gofu get 2 tokens for that. We'll be able to use the effect of Erebus from grave, discard Prime, get Erebus back to hand, activate March, normal summon Eidos, tribute Eidos and Gofu. Remember, you can't tribute the tokens. Summon Erebus, and just ruin your opponent's day from there. So this is another good hand. Very positive results. Allow me to show you guys that Traven is still good in the deck. Doing one last test hand for you guys, and then we'll call it quits for today. Erebus, Howler, looking good. Domain, nice. Majesties, Domain, okay. Hour of Darkness and Erebus. 1, 2. Yep, Erebus is going to go bye-bye. Hour of Darkness into Graveyard. We're going to use Foolish Burial Goods to send our Metal Foes Fusion from deck to grave, right? Yep, Metal Foes Fusion from deck to grave. And then we're going to put it back into deck and draw. And now, guys, let's see what we draw. Woo! Look at what we drew. Monarchs are not a brick deck. They're not a brick heavy deck if you know how to build them properly. And just for the purposes of the Karaz combo, which is my most favorite thing to resolve in the deck, to be honest with you, brings me back to those Valkyrus days where you cleared your board in order to draw more cards and plus even harder. I'll extend a little more and showcase what you can do with Karaz. Tribute Ada, summon Karaz, pop these 2, draw 2 cards. You drew Gofu and Foolish Burial Goods, that's cool. And you could simply activate another copy of your domain, and that's basically a wrap. So, yeah guys, let me know what you thought of this deck profile video. Team Walltech signing out. Don't you forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a good night. Peace out.